Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsockеtradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
Let's say good morning and welcome into Coffee Ann here on WOON AM and FM. It's Thursday morning, January the 29th. We're running through the month really, really quickly. And it's cold outside, if you haven't noticed already.
5 degrees.
You got 5. Bill, what did you see this morning?
9 on my car, anyway.
9. I actually saw 0 at my house. But I'm so far out there to the east from you guys.
Right.
So, yeah, but it's a cold one out there. But it's sun shining, so that's nice, huh?
Look at the positive.
All right, this is Joe Callahan around the Coffee Ann table. There's Bill Murray. Hi there, Bill. How are you?
Good morning, Joe.
Good.
How are you?
Our thermometer here says -3.
Well,
Negative.
No, our thermometer says 9.
Oh,
Okay.
see, well, so
That's
I
the
guess
government
that
thermometer at North Central Airport.
The airport says
It
it's
got stuck
-3.
at -5 this morning, and now it's just barely.
No,
There's a
it's-
problem with that thermometer.
It's
Joe.
moved up to -3.
now if 9 is what I saw, do
9
I
is
win a
what we got
prize
here,
or
yeah.
anything? Is there any?
No,
Oh, okay.
no,
All
it's
right.
just-
I just,
just-
at least I won something.
It's a
this morning.
congratulations.
The highest temp.
Sue Tessier
Sorry,
McKenzie
Sue, you lost
is here.
on that one.
How are you, Sue?
Good. How are you?
Good. No Bob Lauder today, no John Ward today, and we're going to be joined at 8:30 by Ann Conway from the Museum of Work and Culture. They got a couple of things going on over there that we want to talk with her about, so she'll be coming in around 8:30 if she makes it in from the cold. So, as usual, there's nothing going on, so I don't know what you guys want to talk about.
Well, is Bob Lauder lying on a beach in 85-degree weather?
No comment.
No comment. Okay.
It's quite possible he is. So
Yes,
I'm
well,
not sure about that. But.
I take my hat off to him.
So it's always tough to be a firefighter, but it's even tougher when it's this cold.
Oh,
absolutely.
And the firefighters had to go out to North Smithfield last
Right.
night because there was a fire on Manatee Road, and now they're climbing over snowbanks and bringing the hose, and now there's water, and things are going to freeze.
Everything's freezing up on them, sure.
What a mess. Now, they say the fire appeared to have spread from the basement to the first floor and may have started in a lower-level boiler room. The residents were able to escape the home safely, so no one was hurt, so that part's good. But the building is currently uninhabitable. Smoke, water damage.
I'm sure.
Freezing cold. So, but
Next, all the water
it is
damage is
brutal.
going to freeze.
Now it's going to freeze. Yeah, now you got an ice rink
Well, you know,
in your living room.
Well, you know, one of the biggest problems when you say about the firefighters, and I remember sitting in on meetings or talking about different problems, is when you get freezing weather out there, these firefighters slip and fall.
Yeah.
And,
Those
they-
boots are not
they-
really,
well, they got boots. They also
snowproof.
carrying, they're pulling a hose.
Equipment, yeah.
I mean, it's a real challenge for them.
And do you want to climb up a ladder and go on a roof?
Oh yeah, yeah.
in this weather, and
Right.
and they do, and
the rungs,
trying to be
the
as
rungs are slippery.
yeah,
so,
because they're going to get hit with
it's-
water.
That's a challenge when you have this
Yeah, it sure is.
this bad weather.
So I feel I feel for these guys who are and the women. Who may be sleeping.
That's right. There's
and then
more women now.
The alarm goes off, and we got to go out in this
Yeah.
brutal
Right.
brutal weather. This is going to be. It's not. Maybe it's the days you wish for a false alarm. Maybe it's nothing.
No.
Right.
When we out there, nah.
Yeah, but you still got to get ready, and you got.
Oh, you
Yeah,
sure?
right.
You got to get up, and put everything
So
on,
you-
and get out of here, and
Yeah.
and
But at
go.
least they could avoid the wetness.
No, you got to take
part
that.
of it.
You
Yeah.
got to. I mean, any first responders, you got to really take the hat off to them, whether it's police or rescue
EMS,
or
yeah.
fire.
It doesn't
It's-
matter
no,
if
no.
that it's free. It doesn't matter the time of year.
They don't.
Because look in the summer, if we have 90-degree weather with
Right.
100% humidity, they still have to wear the same,
that same
gear.
uniform.
That could
Yes.
even be worse sometimes.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah,
So
right.
either way, there isn't a good time
No,
for that to
no,
happen.
there isn't. So, but glad no injuries were reported, even with the firefighters or with the residents of this fire that took place in North Smithfield. All right, other things going on. This is never good. A Portsmouth middle school teacher has been accused of assaulting a student, like a 12-year-old student.
Don't you feel that this is happening more and more now?
Is it
Yeah.
because it's being reported more and more, or is it happening
No,
more
I
and more?
think it's the culture now. I'm not defending the teacher because I don't know anything about it, but did he try to discipline this kid, and the kid, because I've heard stories, having two daughters that were teachers, a lot of violence by these kids. If they're told something, if you put a hand on them, I had my daughter who you went to school with, Debbie, Joe. I remember her telling me a few years back, she'd been a teacher she just retired, so she was in it for 35 years, and she not disciplined, she said to a young man, the language is not good, and, knock it off. He spit at her.
Yeah.
And, so you hear that, and I'm sure it goes on all over the place.
Of course.
So the teacher is 62, so he's pretty close to retiring as well.
Yep.
The student is 12. So what are we looking at? 6th grade, 7th grade? We're in that
12
area. 12 years old. Yeah.
5th, 6th, yeah,
Okay.
maybe.
Now he's accused of grabbing the student's arm during class and then twisting it behind the child's back while the child was seated at a desk. If you can picture what it.
Yeah, I'm
he's
trying to
accused-
picture the whole thing. I'm still trying to figure out what did the kid do.
It doesn't say.
That's what I keep
I
saying.
mean, seriously,
But
you
we
got
never
12.
get that
You got
part.
12-year-olds right now being charged with freaking murder.
Look,
There-
not a
there you
problem.
go,
So,
there you go. I was
the
just gonna-
age is no longer relevant.
That's right.
When it comes to that.
Four of them killed a guy.
Yep.
312 and 111.
Yeah, killed him.
So the arrest warrant went out. It was issued last week against this teacher who's from Warren but teaches in Portsmouth. After investigators spoke with other students who were in the classroom. Yep, this is what he did. So he knew the arrest warrant was out. He surrendered to police on Friday. He will be arraigned today. During a bail hearing, he was released on $1,000 personal recognizance with the condition of having no contact with the victim. Well, probably not. I mean, probably the school system has taken him out of the school system. He's probably not
And
teaching
here's
now.
a guy,
so
62 years old,
so
end
close to
of
that
his
pension.
career,
Yeah.
and he, I think it's awful. What they have to put up with now.
Yeah.
And I'm not defending because I don't know the full story.
Well, we don't know it, and
No,
maybe
but-
the student was harassing another student,
Right.
Right.
and he was breaking it up.
And then
Stop
his
hitting.
and his friends maybe are sided with this is what happened.
Oh, they'll always-
this is what happened, but
Yeah.
I mean, not for nothing. There's two sides to every story, and
Right.
somewhere in the middle is the truth.
But as the rule of thumb, the rule is you as the adult cannot put your hands on the child
I think,
unless they attack you first.
but
Is that-
once
he-
again, there has to be this. We don't know the story, so for us to really comment is,
Yeah, let's make it
But
speculation.
so let's make the assumption that the kid did do something first. Depends on what he did. You get to a point. A person needs to be able to defend themselves.
Yeah.
And if defending yourself meant grabbing his arm or grabbing a student's arm or there has to be some kind of rationalization from those investigating these cases as well. It's just it's an awful thing. Awful thing.
And I would ask you, at 62 years old, been a teacher, I assume, for many years.
Let's go 30 years probably.
I don't
Right.
know the
More.
full. What is his record? Obviously, pretty good.
Right, you have to check
So
I
the
would say
record.
with
why would he even do
do
this
this.
unless it was necessary?
Yeah.
And this kid was, like it was just mentioned, maybe that kid was harassing somebody else, and he tried to stop it, and the kid resisted. And
Sure.
these kids, how many
He
times
could
have you
have
heard
been.
of?
I mean, picture a kid just throwing a pencil. Picture it,
Yep.
throwing a pencil, and the
Yeah,
teacher
you
grabs
grab
his
it.
arm.
You're not throwing that. Yeah.
I mean, there's just so many scenarios,
Yep.
and it could also be, you know what, he just lost it.
But that could be it too.
Yeah, I mean, it can be anything. You need to know the whole story to accurately give an opinion.
So you know what's going to happen? This is my opinion. 6 months from now, the whole thing's going to be dismissed, and
Of course.
you're not even going to hear that it was dismissed.
Right.
The charges were dropped, and everything just goes
The
go back to
shame
normal.
is whether the teacher, unless there's proof that he
Really,
was out of
really.
control.
That's right. That's right.
He's ruined.
Now, what are
he's
the-
going to lose his job, and
What are there any legalities about having a camera inside of a classroom? Like
Well,
you
they're
have
in the
these
hallway.
cameras
No,
right
the-
here, we're all on camera, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying is if you had a camera up in a position where you could see the entire classroom, hear the teacher, and so on, you get to if I was a teacher, I would want that to protect myself.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That is what I would want. I don't.
absolutely.
Of course, there's all these infringement
Well,
and
privacy.
privacy
The
issues,
Privacy.
yeah.
They're gonna fight it because I
Absolutely.
again go back to we had an issue back. I can't even remember the whole issue. Had to do with the high school at Cumberland, and it was the same thing was brought up about like maybe with some cameras it would have made
No difference.
no. They won't. They don't. They won't
Not even in the
allow it.
hallways,
that's
not
what
even in
I'm
the public
saying.
areas.
But look at the same issue. Go back to Brown now. That big issue
Everybody
in the
wanted
shooting in
cameras.
Brown.
Yeah,
They didn't have cameras because of the privacy.
money. Oh,
Right.
No,
privacy?
no, not just money. The big thing was privacy.
But they're a private school, can't they? They can do what they want, right?
True, but I mean, they did say that.
Okay. Well, but I have seen where some schools, and boy, I think it happened at Tolman High a number of years ago, and they got on the news where the resource officer was seen picking up a child
I remember
and
that.
slamming him to the ground. I said,
Yeah,
well,
there
they
were-
had cameras.
It was on film somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they
well,
didn't
I don't
show
know
you
whether it was
what led up to that.
I
but
don't.
anyway. But the point is, they had cameras
Yeah,
in the
did-
hallways.
But did they have them, or was somebody?
Oh, was that someone else?
Yeah, somebody
Could have
might
been
have.
that could have been
That's
someone
the
else's
filming.
camera.
See, that's the problem now all over. Is
Yeah.
people have their phones.
Yeah.
Like look at the riots out in Minnesota.
Right.
Everybody's
Everybody's
filming
got a phone.
something,
Okay.
and so that's your new.
So I'll bring this up because we talked about we brought it up yesterday, and it's about the 3 kids down in the 4 kids down in Providence that are now accused of killing that man. Mm-hmm. Okay, Sue's got a question. Yes, Sue.
Security cameras can be
okay.
installed in Rhode Island classrooms and school buildings to monitor for safety as districts determine notes. Hamilton Wenham website. While many schools use them, they are generally not permitted in private areas like restrooms or locker rooms.
Right.
Rhode Island law
That makes
also
sense.
mandates cameras on school buses
All right.
by 2027, 2032 to
Hmm.
catch illegal passers.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's
now-
outside it.
But now it's money.
No, this says in classrooms.
No, I'm saying the bus. On the bus,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
outside.
outside, yes.
All the buses are being fitted for that now.
So
That's
it's up
the
to
new-
the so it's up to the school district if they want to install cameras, and they can go in the classroom.
So on
and-
that issue, it's probably down to cost.
now it's down to cost.
Do they
Yeah,
have, you
right,
know,
now would be
Now it's
exactly.
cost, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's.
But that's what it says here. I mean,
All right.
But let me also argue on the point of, if say it's allowed and whatnot, you can do it. Once you say I'm going to put cameras in every classroom, just use an example
Yeah.
in Woonsocket,
Okay.
they'll be screaming.
Oh, of course
Oh,
they
they'll
will.
be screaming.
Everybody will be screaming.
Oh, yeah.
It's
About
always
our
the way.
privacy. Oh yeah. Yeah.
that's part of the
So
problem.
the question I was coming up with the 4 kids,
Yeah.
they're accused of killing the man down in Providence.
Right.
3 12-year-olds and an 11-year-old are all being arraigned on murder charges.
Two of them are. Two of them
Yeah,
are
well,
on,
the
and
other
two they haven't made a decision.
Well, I thought they're going to be arraigned today on.
Well,
The
when
two
I
are.
when I came in this morning, the
Yeah.
Attorney General was on,
And-
and he said it's still not certain what they're
they're
going to
gonna
do
be
with
charged
with
Oh,
two
okay.
of them.
Should they
I just
release?
heard that.
Okay. Should they release their names because they've been accused of?
Well,
of
if
murder?
they're accused of, if in my opinion, if they're accused of murder
Yeah.
and they're going to be judged as a adult,
Well, I don't know if they will be because they were the 2 that were charged. I mean, arraigned were arraigned in family court
but they're still being arraigned for murder,
for murder. Yeah.
I would say yes.
Okay. Sue.
Yes, depends
See,
on
I
the-
agree with that, too.
depends on what they're being
I
charged
wouldn't-
with under that for murder. Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I have no sympathy for those 4. And if you
Well,
listen
no.
to a lot of the surrounding stuff about there, how bad these kids they've taken over that block on Avenue.
Man,
That's
now,
what I'm hearing.
And they harass people. They go into cars. I just listened to one of the neighbors saying they wait at the 7-Eleven. There's one 7-Eleven there. I happen
Okay.
to know the area, and they wait till somebody like you come in and you're going to go in and
go to
get
the
something
7-Eleven.
quick, and they'll go in your car to see if there's something they can grab fast.
Wow.
And they do it
Okay.
constantly. The police
always
police
there.
know them.
Do they?
Because the police are in there, according to what I heard the other
Right.
night on television.
Wow.
They're in there. They're in this area. One of the neighbors says the police are here all the time.
Now, what about?
Wow.
I was thinking of this. As far as the parents' responsibility. What being where they are, in fact, minors, and there's always been talk back and forth, the parents
Right.
should held responsible for XYZ, whatever.
They probably can't
Does that-
find.
does-
They can't find the parents.
Okay, I was going to say, does that come into play?
I don't know. I'm just being
Well,
sarcastic.
no. Does that come into play under this? I mean, obviously, the parents don't give a flying fig. So,
Right. So,
There's your problem.
yeah.
yep.
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to take a break on the Coffee and program. We have a note to get to, and we will when we come back. Comments and questions can be called in at 766-1240.
OM Radio. Tomorrow night, Friday, January 30th, from 8 to 10 at Chan's Fine Oriental Dining, 267 Main Street in Woonsocket, it's Brian James Quintet. Opening act is the LaSalle Academy Jazz Ensemble under the direction of music director Brian James Brouillard. And that's 15 in advance, 20 at the door. Lots of fun stuff going on at Chan's. Saturday night, the 31st, we end January with Funky Submarine, performing tunes by the Beatles, but in a way that you probably wouldn't expect. That's Funky Submarine, 15 in advance, 20 at the door at Chan's, 267 Main Street in Woonsocket. And don't forget to get some of that yummy food at Chan's.
Your premier real estate expert is Scott McGee of the Stearns McGee team at RE/MAX Properties in North Smithfield. Scott has had extensive training and knows the latest real estate strategies. He can offer you knowledge and tools most other agents can't. To see the latest listings from the Stearns McGee team at RE/MAX Properties, visit this website, McGeeSoldMyHouse.com. Scott McGee of Stearns McGee team at RE/MAX Properties can help you buy or sell your home. The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
ON Radio.
All right, it's Coffee Ann here on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us this morning. Joe Callahan here with Bill Murray, former mayor of the town of Cumberland, and Sue Tester McKenzie. And Sue, guess what? Time for a first message from
but
the
who's
That's an empty chair. From the Blackstone Valley Call and Times, please.
Good morning, all. Yes, it's cold, 5 degrees in my car this morning. Now all you need to do to get your paper is go to your mailbox. If you do go out, we do carry single copy at stores. If you're looking for back issues and whatnot, we do have them in the office now. So you can call Christina at 767-8503, or you can give me a call on my cell phone at 487-4136.
All right there, Sue. Thank you very much. And we had a note called in, and on a completely different subject. Okay, Bruce Springsteen has just released a song called Streets of Minneapolis. This is in protest of the events that have taken place there. All this is doing is creating more protesters. What are you doing? Your fired boss. He's called the boss. So I've
They
never
should retire him.
I've never seen a musical artist alienate his fan base so much so quickly
Right.
as Bruce Springsteen has done.
Just retire. Just retire.
I'm like, do you not know who your fans are?
Yeah, no.
How old is Bruce now? God, he's got to be in his 80s, late 70s or so.
That old?
Yes.
Yeah.
Boy,
He is.
that's old.
And so that was his fan base, basically, late 50s and up, and
Yep.
and he's just alienated all of them. And I don't know why he's going after the younger crowd, because you ask my daughter who's 20, who's Bruce Springsteen.
So you going to listen to him?
I don't know.
No.
Well, not
See,
now. No.
No.
I don't get it.
You're exactly right. He's-
So I did hear he quickly threw this song together. I heard he wrote it over the weekend,
Good.
recorded it. I don't know if it's a takeoff on his Streets of Philadelphia song, and he just rewrote the lyrics.
I hope he
I
shows
haven't
that.
heard of it, so I haven't heard the song, so but I don't plan to listen to it. So there you go. So that's what Bruce is up to. So speaking of other things going on, what I don't understand, and we had the story this morning, U.S. Congressman from Rhode Island, Gabe Amo, he wants answers regarding the Brown University mass shooting investigation. I don't know what answers he's looking for. He got caught. He shot himself in New Hampshire.
Yep.
He killed 2 people at Brown, injured, 9 others, shot the guy at MIT, professor, before he killed himself. I don't know what other answers are you looking for?
Yeah.
What do you need?
I was yesterday. I'm on the state police 911 I'm a commissioner on that. I have been for years. Raimondo had appointed me, and we had a meeting yesterday.
Okay.
So this is a lot of the people involved. Of course, 911, there was a big discussion about, it was chaotic, when this thing
Well, sure.
went down, even though they practiced this and everything. And
But now it's for real.
The bottom line, I won't go through everything
Yeah.
because I sat in a 2-hour meeting, but the bottom line was how everybody did their job to the best of their ability, getting ambulances in there and so on and so forth. And, what are you going to pick on? Doesn't he have anything else to do? What is he going to prove by it? Unless he knows something that nobody else knows about.
Well, according to the story, him, Ammo, and 32 other House colleagues have written a letter to the FBI director, Kash Patel, and the ATF requesting an update on the investigation.
Don't they?
I don't know what kind of update you're
Well, they're
expect to
doing that
get.
on everything, by the way.
Okay.
I mean, it just doesn't have to be there. I listened to Rubio yesterday for a little while when they're grilling him about Venezuela and everything. And what they're mad about is they're not being consulted. Well, in Venezuela, changing subjects for a minute, the problem was that they couldn't take the chance of leaks. And
Yeah.
it happens so many times in Congress now with these high and mighty people that think they're bigger than everything else. And you can't jeopardize a operation by
Like that? No.
So I think that's a kind of a proof there.
So, any idea what Gabe Ammo's looking? What answers he wants?
No, he's trying to make headlines.
I was just going to say, it's just have to say something.
Oh, okay, just
Have to say something.
doing
I don't know. I don't want to, knock them or not. But why over a month later are we now saying that? I
Yeah, I don't know.
There's been reports rather frequently.
Yeah. He got in. It was an unlocked door. I don't
We
know.
all
Someone
know.
let him in.
We all know about the
Okay.
cameras. We all know.
Yeah.
Well, they're working. Actually, it's not even the FBI. They brought in Clements, who I have the highest regard for. I know him very well. That's working on the safety there as a safety officer.
Yep.
And you'll see things come out. He's already made, from what I understand, very numerous changes
Okay.
for the safety of Brown. And that's where it falls. What's the FBI got to do with it?
I don't know.
I'm confused about that.
All right, no call in once again, 766-1240. Back to the teacher from Portsmouth that was going to be arraigned today.
Yep.
This person wrote in, and this is their opinion. Keep that in mind. The
Of course.
teacher was the aggressor and was not defending himself. Therefore, this teacher should be fired. He should know better. He's not a policeman.
Absolutely.
If that's the case, then yes.
Absolutely. Oh no, we agree with you, caller. We all have an opinion, but that
We do.
Yeah, if he was at fault, 100%.
Nobody knows
Face
the full.
the consequences.
Nobody knows the full
We
story.
don't,
Not
and
yet, anyway.
that's makes it difficult because
I
you
just
don't know.
I just don't understand how somebody with, I assume, a very good record of being a teacher for a long time would jeopardize himself.
At that late
It
stage
just doesn't
in the
make
game.
sense to me. I just don't know.
All right.
Maybe it was.
All right, so we need your opinion on this because you're the female at the panel.
Okay.
Because Lincoln Police are looking for a couple of shoplifters
I saw that.
over at Lincoln Commons.
They're still
formerly the
looking.
Lincoln
They
Mall.
haven't been found yet with those pictures.
What are you trying to say? Sue was involved in
No,
it?
no,
Oh,
not
okay.
that she's involved. The shoplifting events took place on January 15th. They're still looking for them. But they stole from the Ulta Beauty Store.
Yeah.
This stuff expensive? Is
Can
that why
be.
they stole from
It
there?
all depends on which. I personally don't shop at Ulta.
Okay.
Much of it being costly.
Okay. Well, okay.
So
So there
yeah.
you go.
But then they're probably stealing stuff that they can turn around and sell.
Sell.
So it's not only that, I couldn't afford this mascara. Let me
no.
steal it. It sounds like it's more than that because there was another one in Warwick, Ulta. I don't know if you
Same
saw
thing?
that one.
No. Oh, okay.
Same thing. Same thing. They showed one for Lincoln first
Yep.
on TV. No,
Does
they
it-
showed Warwick first the other night, and then they showed
Does it look
Lincoln
like the same
too.
person?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
No.
It was a man and woman
Well,
in
it's got to
Lincoln.
be a value. Excuse me. It must be a value.
Right,
if
whatever
if
they
they're
stole
doing it,
might
from
have
the
been.
store.
Might
this
have
is
been of
this is
value.
$30 in the store. I'll sell it to you for $15. So you get the bargain. And
But how much of it did they steal?
it doesn't say. It just says that
I mean, the whole
shoplifting
thing was so-
suspects.
So, one thing confuses me. So, let's go back to security cameras.
All right.
Those cameras were really good. So,
Yes,
Ulta has
yeah.
really good cameras.
Yeah.
Why don't all stores have the really good cameras and other? I mean, we
Money,
see
money,
like
money.
look, look, identify this person. This is what they look like.
Well, I noticed
You know,
that. I noticed that forehead. I knew who that
the
person
first thing
is.
I noticed was, wow, that's quality.
Yeah, that's
and
quality
they're still
photo.
loose, but
Yeah.
whatever. You got to get the quality. But people, don't you realize there are cameras everywhere, or are you just thinking that the image isn't going to be good? They
Yeah, it'll be
won't
too
tell it's
grainy.
me. What
Yeah.
are you thinking? I wouldn't drop a tissue in public, for God's sake, because there are cameras everywhere.
I agree with you. I think it's now.
It's utterly ridiculous.
How anybody could do anything. I mean, you got these.
Well, what's amazing is
watch cameras.
You're right,
Yep.
but we had the woman's handbag, her purse was stolen at Bally's Twin River Casino, and there's a perfect picture of the person that took it.
Yeah.
They haven't caught him yet.
Well,
I'm
they'll
like,
get 'em.
wow, this is taking a
Yeah.
bit
Right.
of
Well,
a
are they
long time.
getting? Are they getting? I haven't heard any updates with if they're getting any leads.
I don't know.
If I looked when I looked at that on my phone, I'm like, how can you not identify unless they're
Right.
not from this immediate area?
Well, maybe
So
not.
hopefully they are.
They could be from like Worcester
Putting-
or Boston or whatever.
Right.
Okay.
You don't know.
Anyone with information on the shoplifting that took place at the Ulta Beauty Store in Lincoln on January 15th, they're asked to contact the Lincoln Police Department. All right, good news is that URI plans to build new housing for students, new dorms going in down there. They'll add 1,100 beds to the Kingston campus.
Yeah.
Ceremonial groundbreaking was scheduled today. Actually, that was yesterday, for 2 new undergraduate residence halls and reconstruction of the Graduate Village Apartments complex.
How do you break ground in 5-degree temperature? Just checking.
We bring in...
Just checking.
We
Fake
run
sand.
because
fake.
because they're at URI. Someone run to Narragansett Beach, get some
Grab some
sand, bring
sand.
it back, and we'll do a quick little thing.
Well, they'll figure it out.
URI officials said the expansion addresses the growing demand for on-campus housing, and I guess enrollment must be doing very well at URI. It's also doing very well at RIC too.
I'm on the Ryback board that does a lot of the bonding. We did a bunch of bonding for URI, and it's they're being very aggressive because of enrollment up. I had the opportunity to listen and talk to the new president, and don't ask what his name because I don't remember it. But he's a very interesting guy. He's a very kind of I wouldn't say I don't mean forcible in that sense, but he doesn't sit back, and they have needs for it, and he's not going to sit back. He's going to push for because they have a couple of other things going on down there. So, and then now there's going to be a big decision about whether they put the medical school down there.
That's right. Yeah.
And that's going to be, and I think we were involved in the Providence College Medical School, and you can't believe that building. I took 2 tours of that place. It's amazing.
Is it? Oh,
and,
great.
And I heard that their first class was completely, first group that went in there was completely sold out. And so those are things, and URI, there's all reports that come out about all our problems with primary care and everything like that we can see that is going to be a big help to overall health care within the next 5 years.
All right, we're going to take a break here on the Coffee AM program, but more is coming your way. But Sue, time for a second message from the Blackstone Valley Call-in Times, please.
I was trying to look for a picture of URI groundbreaking. I was curious.
Couldn't find it.
But every picture I saw on groundbreaking has just this sand in front of them.
Yep.
So I'm sure that's what they did yesterday. Anyway, so with all this cold, we are running a winter special that runs through the end of February. It's a huge special with seriously discounted pricing to run ads for a week. So you can give me a call if you're interested in more information. Call my cell phone at 487-4136. Again, winter special. Call Sue, 487-4136.
All right, Sue, thanks. The Coffee AM program will continue here on ON Radio.
Mostly sunny skies today with a high near 22 degrees, but wind chills of 4 below. Tonight, mostly clear skies. Overnight low around 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Wind chills at 11 below. Friday's weather, sunshine and a high of 15 degrees above 0. Wind chills at 13 below. Friday night, mostly clear. Overnight low of 3 below. Wind chills to 11 below. Saturday, a sunny day with a high of 21 degrees. Saturday night, there's a chance of some snow, mainly after 4 a.m. Mostly cloudy skies. Overnight low of around 6 degrees above 0. The winds could gust up to 25 miles per hour, but little or no snow accumulation is expected Saturday night. Sunday, 50% chance of snow, cloudy skies 23, north winds up to 35 miles per hour. Sunday night, 50% chance of more snow, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 15, northwest winds up to 30 miles per hour. Monday, mostly sunny skies with a high near 32. Tuesday, mostly sunny with a high of 33. And next Wednesday, mostly sunny skies, a high near 30.
Outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street, sunny skies, but it's cold. We are at 10 degrees. The Mine Safety and Health Administration reminds you that mining accidents and injuries are preventable. Staying alert and focused can keep you safe. Take time, save lives. Visit MSHA.gov.
Krakow Deli Bakery Smokehouse offers authentic homemade Polish food to make your next meal special. Try our many varieties of hot and fresh pierogies with onions and what they call dirty sour cream. Or pick up gołąbki, kielbasa, babkas, or some fresh rye bread. We also offer a large selection of specialty and imported foods. Open Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, 9 in the morning till 6 p.m., Wednesdays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays from 8 to 5 p.m. It's Krakow Deli Bakery Smokehouse. Follow us on Facebook and learn about our weekly specials. Located at 855 Social Street, Woonsocket, Krakow Deli Bakery Smokehouse has all the authentic Polish foods you love.
This isn't just a game, it's a once-in-a-generation event. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Be there at Amica Mutual Pavilion on February 13th. Go to harlemglobetrotters.com for your tickets to the 100-year tour.
ON AM and FM.
It's Coffee Ann here on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us today. And this I gotta pull this up because I forgot to do it. Because this portion of the program is being sponsored by attorney Bob Lauder. Bob could not be here today, but we expect Bob to be joining us next week. So we want to hear a message from Bob Lauder right now. Here we go, Bob.
When you need a skilled attorney who will fight for your rights, look no further than attorney Bob Lauder of Woonsocket. If your legal questions revolve around estates or trusts, then talk to Bob. If you're contemplating a divorce, then talk to Bob. Attorney Bob Lauder has a calming demeanor, which is very helpful in legal matters. And Bob has more than 40 years' experience practicing law. Call attorney Bob Lauder today at 401-762-4550, 762-4550. The Supreme Court of Rhode Island licenses all attorneys in the general practice of law. The court does not license or certify any attorney as an expert or specialist in any field of practice.
All right, it's Coffee Ann time here on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here, along with former mayor of the town of Cumberland, Bill Murray's here. Sue Tesher McKenzie's here. We're also being joined by Ann Conway from the Museum of Work and Culture. Hi, Ann.
Good morning.
And before we talk to Ann, we got to do our drawing. Who wants to draw a name? Anyone volunteers? Ann can do it. So just mix up all those contestants in there. We're drawing. This is the Milk Fund calendar raffle for today, the 29th of January. Today's winner receives a $25 Amazon gift card. And what name have you pulled, Ann?
Carol
Nasuti? All right.
Nasuti.
We know Carol. Very good. Congratulations, Carol. We'll be calling her a little later on, and then we'll put her name back into the prize bucket. And tomorrow, on Friday, we'll be drawing the last two for the Milk Fund calendar raffle. Friday's winner will win a $50 Stop and Shop gift card, courtesy of Senator Brian Thompson, and another $25 Amazon gift card for Saturday. So we're making those drawings tomorrow. Well, we asked Ann to come in today because things are just hopping over there at the Museum of Work and Culture, right?
Yes, we have a lot going on.
Yeah, as the U.S., we are approaching our 250th anniversary, and this year, the Museum of Work and Culture invites the community to participate in a wish wall. So, Ann, What is the Wish Wall, and
What
what's it all
is
about?
The Wish Wall. So, the Wish Wall is a nationwide initiative that is actually organized by an organization called Made by Us, and they came up with this idea to reach out to museums, historic places throughout the countries to find a way to acknowledge our 250th anniversary and to invite people to, write a wish and to for those places to make these wishes public. So there's a lot of very creative ways that these museums and historic places have come up with. There's a great website that people can visit. It's called on our 250th.org. So ONOUR 250th.org.
Okay.
And you can actually make a wish on that website, but you can also see all the creative ways that people are inviting people to participate in this program. For us at the Museum of Work and Culture, we are calling our wish wall a woven wishes,
Okay.
having to do with textile history, of course. So we created these were created in-house by our very talented head of maintenance, Charles Bissett. And they look like frames, frames that you would see, like the little to make like a tapestry,
Okay.
or with the threads that go across, and people can write a wish on a piece of cardboard paper, very colorful, and then we ask people to work a little bit and to weave their
Wow.
strip of paper through
Into
this
the fabric.
tapestry.
Wow.
So looks really incredible. We tested this last year actually with the fifth grade class. You probably know that we do another program called Woonsocket Proud that involves all the fifth graders in the city of Woonsocket. And last year when they came to the museum, they were asked after their visit to weave their thought. It was not about the wishes for the 250th, but it was what makes you proud
Okay.
about being in part of this community. And we had some amazing answers. It's just like one little sentence, and the kids got to weave their answer through these frames. So when we were approached by this organization Made by Us for the National Wish Wall, we said, you know what? Let's do that. Now we can do it with adults, with people of all ages. People can come to the museum and weave their wish through these tapestry frames. Now, the interesting thing, I think, you don't have to pay to come to the museum if you want to participate in that. So you can come to the museum at any time when we are open. And these wish wall are we call the woven wish wall is at the front desk.
Okay.
So you can come in and write your wish and weave it through, and then we're hoping to do more than one frame. So we're just beginning now, but once that first frame is full, we'll do another one, and eventually they'll be on display in our gallery.
When they weave it through the fabric, are you still able to read what the wish is?
Absolutely, yeah. They're very, very. The thread that goes across is very small.
Okay.
So you can read easily, and they space far enough from each other to it holds the strip of paper in place, of cardboard paper in place, but you can read easily what the wishes are.
Are you getting a lot of participation by the fifth graders?
So the fifth graders are all coming to tour the museum. Yeah. So we have booked. We work with the school department each year to organize these visits. They come in free of charge. And we have, as a matter of fact, I should acknowledge a very generous grant that we just received from Senator Murray and Thompson to support this program. So they have started to come. We had a cancellation yesterday. Of course, the schools were closed, but they will all the fifth graders, about 450 of them, will all be coming with their classes between, they started the second week of January, or first week of January actually, until I think the end of February.
I ran in 2016, I ran a Pride in Cumberland. I don't know whether you remember it. It was pretty much all elementary school. And what was amazing, that's why I asked you how many will participate. The kids loved this. And in fact, a couple of classes, they were in competition. Each class was in competition with the others. But I always remember one particular class that they wove like a blanket.
Yeah.
And every comment that every kid had was woven into this blanket. And it was beautiful. But
Nice.
they jumped on this like, I mean, they loved it.
Yeah.
And some of the comments, I remember looking through them. It was amazing what they came out with. So
Yes, absolutely.
You'll see a lot of.
Yeah, and it is also, we are doing this wish wall. We
Right.
are doing it with the fifth graders along
Yeah,
with
right,
the
right.
public. So each teacher will receive a frame after they tour the museum, and they will be able to do that in class.
Oh, nice.
So, we have like an hour and a half with them at the
Right.
museum. So it's not a really long time to tour the museum and do an activity. So we we let them bring the frames, we give them the markers, we give them the cardboard papers. They do it in class, and then we go back and pick them up, and then we'll put them on exhibit. It's going to be probably, I think it's end of May, early June. I can get back to you with the exact dates
Okay.
when those frames will be on exhibit. The wish walls will be on exhibit.
Now, do you take pictures of this wish wall and send it to this organization
We do, as a
so
matter
they
of fact.
can post it somewhere else?
Yes. So if you go on the website, you can look at a map of the United States
Mm-hmm.
and see who's participating. So I looked at it yesterday. So it grows every day. Some
Oh, sure.
organizations are joining in. So I think I counted about maybe 70 to 75 organizations throughout the U.S. right now who are participating. Certainly a cluster in New England and New York State because we
Yeah.
have so many,
Historical
museums
places.
and historical places. But you can click on Rhode Island. You'll see the Museum of Work and Culture, and you'll see a photo of our wish wall there.
The website, once again, is onour250th.org. So, as an adult coming in, is there a space limit to how long the wish can be? Does it have to be just one sentence? Can it be a paragraph? I mean, we don't want War and Peace, but
yeah, I mean, you could do more than one, I suppose. I think the strip is about, I would say, what is that?
foot and a half?
Foot and a half, maybe, yeah.
Okay.
About a foot and a half long by about 2 inches.
Okay.
So it's enough to, for me, my wish where I had many words that I wanted to it's not really a sentence, it's just like 4 words that sort of, for me, summarizes what I wish for. So people write sentences, but like I said, it's just the beginning. So it's really a blank canvas at this point. But we're hoping, and thank you for having me today, because I certainly want this to be a popular, thing that people from resident of Woonsocket can stop by. And like I said, it looks like the museum is not open because we have a huge mountain of snow in front
It's
of the
right in front of the
museum.
door.
But if you go around the mountain of snow, which is very easy because the sidewalk is very well cleared on each side and the parking lot is open. So yes, we are open. So
right.
anytime you can stop by.
Sue, any questions?
No,
I want to make sure you're
All I keep
involved there.
picturing is the frame from back in the day when you made your own pot holders. You know
Yes,
which
the
frames
small-
I mean,
yeah,
right?
we
That's
have.
all I keep thinking of. And I'm picturing weaving, and it all works. It all flows, even though it's nothing of the same thing.
Yes, I took a photo, and I know we are on the radio, but this is what our
Oh, yeah.
wish wall.
Hey, I'm not that far off, okay? I'm not that far off.
It's just a little bit bigger than what you are
pretty good,
speaking of.
Right?
But
Yeah.
So, and the people that are putting down the wishes, mostly, I'm thinking like maybe the kids, are they more what they want personally or what they want for the United States to go? Can you just give us an overview of what people are wishing for?
yeah, I think that it's so far I think it's been very positive. I think
Okay.
that people are looking for positivity, in their life and for the country right now. There's just,
Thank God.
so much negativity around. So I think that we're hoping, to see the message. Like I said, it's just the beginning, but really hoping to see some very positive outlook. And I think that so far, it is something that people are looking both, I think, personally and also a wish for a collective future.
I think if it's clear for what you're looking for, the kid, in other words, if it's personal wishes, that's another situation. But again, I go back to the campaign that we ran. The kids, that was about pride in Cumberland.
Yes.
And it was absolutely outstanding what the kids came up with for their own town,
Yeah.
and which here you could do that for the United States, and would be very interesting what's on their mind.
Yeah.
Because that's what we found was what was on the mind of Cumberland students when they were involved in this. It was just amazing, and it was very genuine. I
Yeah.
mean,
And it can be surprising when we did the Woonsocket Proud last year, and we used those frames, and the question was, "What makes you proud of
That's right.
your community?" And the answers, which didn't really surprise us, but we were surprised to see how many children answered that they loved their parks. And they love the
Yeah. I was
outdoors.
just gonna
And
say.
at the time that all you hear about is that kids are in front of their electronics, and and they said they were proud of that, which made us very happy to hear this comment. And the other thing that kept coming back is that they were really proud of their trampoline park.
that's
Well, that's a
That
good
would
time
get-
over there. So
Well, we had one of our things was we should have more ice cream.
Yeah.
Like the ice cream machine.
that's a great idea.
That's what they were looking for, and
Yeah.
it's just so funny how it would fit
Yeah.
in with them.
I was just wondering if the kids were putting in, what are you wishing for? Well, I want to go to Disney World. Or were they thinking more globally,
Right, yeah, I was
saying,
wondering the same
I'm
thing.
looking forward to the United States heading to Mars sometime within the next 50 years.
It will be interesting. So that's why once we have this exhibit, and at the end of the school year, that's when we're going to be really seeing what the kids are wishing for.
All right, we're going to take a break here on the Coffee and program, but more is coming your way. We ask you to stick around. This portion of the Coffee and program is being sponsored by attorney Bob Lotter.
First news, best music. This is ON Radio.
When you need a skilled attorney who will fight for your rights, look no further than attorney Bob Lotter of Woonsocket. If your legal questions revolve around estates or trusts, then talk to Bob. If you're contemplating a divorce, then talk to Bob. Attorney Bob Lotter has a calming demeanor, which is very helpful in legal matters. And Bob has more than 40 years' experience practicing law. Call attorney Bob Lotter today at 401-762-4550, 762-4550. The Supreme Court of Rhode Island licenses all attorneys in the general practice of law. The court does not license or certify any attorney as an expert or specialist in any field of practice.
3 contestants are running to be Mardi Gras Queen of the Woonsocket Mardi Gras to help the Northern Rhode Island Council of the Arts. The title of Queen will go to the contestant who sells the most raffle tickets. The 3 women vying for Mardi Gras Queen are Melissa Ayadelli, Renee Chambroni, and Tatiana Rollinson. Mardi Gras Ball Coronation will be Sunday, February 8th at the Italian Workingmen's Club at 5 p.m. Tickets are $25 per person. After they choose their king and princes, the Queen and her court will preside over the Mardi Gras Ball the following Saturday, February 14th, at St. Anne's Arts and Cultural Center. Tickets are $40 per person for the ball. Cajun and Zydeco music at the ball will be provided by the Squeeze Box Stompers. Tickets for both events can be purchased from the 3 contestants for Queen of the Mardi Gras and Northern Rhode Island Council of the Arts members. For biographies of the women who are the contestants and for more information, visit the website nrica.org.
ON Radio.
Okay, Coffee and on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callan here with Bill Murray and Sue Tesher McKenzie and Ann Conway for the Museum of Work and Culture. We've been talking about the wish wall that you can participate in. Once again, it's not just for kids. right? Yeah, I mean, adults can come down and make out a wish and put it in and weave it into the fabric. So
Absolutely.
So just, come on down.
We are inviting everyone in the community to please come down, stop by the museum. It's free of charge to participate in what we call the woven wishes, being sort of like a textile type activity. And anytime we're open, the museum's open Tuesday through Saturday. So we're 9:30 to 4, Tuesday to Friday, and 10 to 4 on Saturdays.
What else is going on over at the museum?
Oh my goodness, we have so much going on. So we have a beautiful exhibit in our gallery, The Heart of Vatai, from the curator is Vimala Ponsavan, and she is giving one of our Valley Talk this Sunday. Many people have signed up, and please check our website. We are going to have to make a decision soon regarding the weather. We may have to do virtual. So the talk will not be canceled, but it might be only presented on Zoom. I don't know that answer yet. We're also preparing for spring at the museum.
Great.
So, as you know, we do our community event every year called A Salute to Spring. And if you invite me again, I'd love to come back and talk to you more about this event, which is going to be on March 29th. We're also in the middle of our annual appeal and raffle, so it's still time to buy your raffle tickets. We're going to have some great prizes that are going to be awarded during the Salute to Spring event on March 29th. And we, like I said, Valley Talk, so every other Sunday. The list, again, is on our website. And what else? Lots of kids coming in, and we're just really busy. So it's wonderful.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, just other things going on, and I'll just get your opinion on this, Anne, because we got it in the story that we got in today. The Museum of Fine Arts in Boston are laying off people.
Yeah.
Did you hear about this?
Well, they're not the only ones as far as the museum world right now, and it's unfortunate. As you know, funding for museums has been cut.
Unsustainable budget deficit going on there in Boston.
Yeah. So it is. It's a sad situation. I hope it's not going to be permanent, but right now, it's difficult, and a big museum like that also relies on tourism.
Sure.
And internationals are not coming right now, so that also is something that does not affect us as well. I mean, we did see a decrease in visitors from Canada, definitely. Usually we get a lot of Canadian visitors in the fall, and they did not come this year. But we are smaller, so I think it's easier for us to sustain our operations. We're part of the Rhode Island Historical Society, as you know.
Yeah.
So we have a really solid organization backing us up. But yeah, for the larger museums, I think it's a really difficult situation right now.
I used to work right near there and went there, took my kids when they were younger, and that's a beautiful place, and it's a shame to, you hate to lose something like that.
Absolutely.
It was,
According to the story, 33 positions are being cut from the museum.
What? Donations aren't flowing in.
Well, no.
That's one of the biggest things that,
As well.
From what I've heard,
Yeah.
not just here, but
Right.
there's a lot of people that are,
Donations,
you're not
grants,
seeing it,
it's difficult.
the stock market
Yeah.
might be up and your 401ks are up and everything, but
And then
people.
tomorrow it drops.
That's right, exactly.
Oh.
Well, the people are uncertain. That's
Yep.
that's the uncertainty to everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right, Bill, you used to work, you're from New York and used to work in New York City, right?
You're not going to hold that against me, right?
Well, you are a Yankee fan. So.
Well, I'm
anyway,
glad you brought that up.
New York City's Department of Sanitation is getting rid of snow faster than Mother Nature can. Do you know what they're doing in New York City? Standing in front of a mound of snow estimated to run the length of a football field, the DSNY Acting Commissioner Javier Lojan says DSNY is hauling and piling snow to 5 locations around the city, and that's where they drop the snow into so-called hot tubs, which are only about 38 degrees to melt the snow.
Well, they used to do it into the river, and they get blocked by the
Environmentalists?
But that was a big thing because if you'll think of New York, I can remember as a kid being with my parents and visiting our family up in New England, and going home with a snowstorm, and they never even plowed. I mean, sanitation never did it before. The roads were horrible, and they were like ruts. I can still remember it. my dad being in the car, and we couldn't even get into our driveway because the ruts wouldn't allow you. He had to drop everybody off and continue and find a place for the car. So for many years, I mean, New York, you think it's tough up here.
That's
If you look
tougher.
at New York and, just the way it's so built up, is that where are you going to put the snow? I know they're having trouble in Providence. They had trouble here in Woonsocket. There's no place to put it.
Well, in New York City, they have designated melting stations in,
Yeah.
in each borough.
Yeah, I
Where-
didn't know about it, but
Okay.
it makes sense.
Where the hot tub is set up over a DEP pre-approved sewer
Yeah,
that has
oh.
enough capacity to process 60 to 120 tons of snow per hour.
Yeah, well,
That'll get rid of it
Yeah,
quick.
it's basically the way it works in Canada.
They do the
as
same
well.
thing?
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, I know that the snow is melted and filtered.
Yeah.
How about
before
Boston? I was similar thing in Boston that you're saying in Canada and New York.
Boston's a mess.
Isn't that what Boston does?
I don't know. what
No,
they do.
they used to do the same because I worked up there for
Yeah.
many
They
years.
used to dump it in the harbor,
They
right?
dump it in the
Yeah,
harbor.
I knew they
See,
did
all
the
that
harbor.
all that has been changed. And
Yeah.
I did hear too. I think Montreal literally has these feeder trucks that almost like, believe it or not, chops up the snow. And because it was just on recently, a couple of weeks ago, they were talking about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Boston is I've been up there. I was up there for years, and that is a mess.
Yeah.
Same thing. What do you do with it? But
Yeah.
they were doing it into the harbors, and that all got stopped.
Oh
So-
yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, because of everything that's in the snow that you're putting
All-
into
all the
the
salt.
harbor that
Yeah.
you're trying to
It's-
keep out of the harbor. So
Well, they
it's-
must have figured something out if they're dumping it into certain sewers now.
right.
I guess we
Because
just
it's
filter out
almost
the
the
bad
same
stuff
thing,
and put
huh?
filter out the bad stuff, put the cleaner water back into the East River. Or the Hudson.
Well, I'm not sure.
Nah, well, it's gonna go somewhere. Water's got to go somewhere,
I
Bill.
could see Bill's
well,
skepticism on his face. I could
I happen
see
to
it.
know New York.
Well, it's going somewhere.
They got to they got around it some ways. You got to look at that one.
If you were to guess the state that has the fastest growing population in the country, what state do you think it is?
Tennessee.
It is not Tennessee.
Oh,
You're in the right area, though, Ann.
Can you repeat the question?
The state with the fastest growing population.
The fastest. Okay.
North Carolina.
You're so close.
Yeah?
Yeah, South Carolina.
South Carolina.
is it?
Okay.
South Carolina. According to the latest data from U.S. Census Bureau, between July of 2024 and July of 2025, South Carolina's population grew by 1.5%.
Wow.
Making it which is higher than any other state percentage-wise. Idaho and North Carolina came in second and third.
Really?
So, yeah.
Well, South Carolina, yeah, North Carolina, I mean, obviously they're right there, but North is long this way, so you can be on the side of the Tennessee, that's why I guess North Carolina.
okay, all right.
You can be on
I'm with
that
you.
side, or you can be closer to South Carolina. But South Carolina, I know a lot of people that move there.
So do
and
I.
A lot of it is because
Cost of
the
living.
weather.
And the weather is
one
good.
thing.
Weather.
You're not, yeah, you're going to get some cold snaps.
Yeah, and you might get a little
My
snow, but nothing like
brother-in-law's
this.
out there, so I texted him with all the icing and whatnot. So I texted him. He's like, "Oh no, we're just getting rain. It's further inland or
Yeah.
whatever." So yeah, that's why people are going.
I
there.
thought Florida and Texas were. They were talking about how many people are leaving California, which is no surprise
Yeah.
with the cost out there. But they said it was building up Texas and Florida, and then I've heard of a lot of people who's gone to Tennessee. That's why I said Tennessee right away. And it's getting. Well, you say the warm weather. My oldest son lives in St. Petersburg, and we just talked to him Sunday. Was over the weekend was his birthday. And he goes, Dad, I said, he says, we're down to 45, 50-degree weather. He said, this is
Terrible.
They had
it's-
snow in
well,
the
and the funny thing
Panhandle.
about it, he hasn't had his heat on and we visited him for Thanksgiving. It dropped. I think I told you the
Yeah.
story when I was here.
Yeah.
That I was swimming with my grandkids on one day, and the next day it was 47 degrees. And that's what happens in those areas.
Yep.
It doesn't last long, but it's a shocker.
All right, we're going to wrap the show up. We just got a few more minutes to go. So, Ann, just give us one more time. Tell us about the woven wish wall going on at the Museum of Working Culture.
please stop by anytime. Come and give your wish to our country. We want to hear what your hopes are, what your reflections are, and you can come in free of charge. Just stop by. You can write your wishes and weave them through this tapestry that we are going to have up on exhibit at the museum.
Very good. That'll be fun to go see all the displays when it's up and ready to go. So that's great.
Yes.
Ann, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Appreciate it. And all right. And Sue Tester McKenzie, thanks for coming in today as well.
Thank you. Have a great rest of the week.
All right. And Bill Murray, thanks for joining us
Thanks
today.
for having me, Joe. It's always a pleasure.
Always fun to have you here. Coming up after the 9 o'clock news, it is the Do You Remember program with Gary Smith and the crew. Remember to hang around for that, and more music coming up this afternoon here on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us here on the Coffee AM program here on ON AM and FM radio. Do you remember? That's coming your way right after the 9 o'clock news.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news.